Good evening. My voice is kind of here, kind of not. Welcome to the Swemp Electronics Football Alliance Division 2 Matchday 24. What's that like? Round 24. I remember when it all began, back on Matchday 1, you know. Good evening to everyone who's watching, and also good evening to our faithful co-commentator, Mr. Stephen Wright. Good evening, Steve.
Good evening. Say fair, but feels like it's been quite a while now. So nice to be as we're coming towards the back end of the Gloits that are in my team. Thought I've one last chastising of them while also making Danglies just a little bit more upset for the season.
Yeah, I mean, can they be any more upset than being 14th as advertised just there? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I mean, speaking of Danglies, of course, their new concept that's just been released today is highly entertaining.
To say the least. To say the least.
Yeah, it's certainly one of those things where we've got a lot to look forward to for season 2. And yeah, good evening, Wolfie. Wolfie was here from, I believe he signed up to this about 4 p.m. tonight. Just thought he's going to hear. He didn't watch the England game because he was too busy focusing on the Swemp, I believe. And Quinton, yeah, since the end of the Ukraine versus Sweden match, yeah, we just thought, just in case people's streaming services were 15 minutes behind or whatever, let them catch up and enjoy. So a quick look at the table. Starting off at the top, we can get two teams promoted today. Doggetti Rangers, in fact, no, they have already gone up. They have already gone up last time. When I say two teams could go up, look at it completely wrong. Yeah, of course they went up, didn't they? Look at the table. I think I even mentioned it before.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think it was pretty obvious that the the Dalgate Rangers were obviously there or thereabouts, and I think looking at it, Blues are probably there or thereabouts as well.
Yeah, Blues. I mean, they're 7 points ahead, and if they just if they win, they're up.
Yeah, I think to be fair, I think they're in with a really good shout. It's the fight for third place that's been really interesting. To be fair, I mean you've got some tight teams there. It's difficult to see between it not being either really or Trumpton.
Yeah, oh
In
yeah,
fact,
yeah. This is too much of a gap now. Surely with 3 games to go, even with round here strength, I think it's a lot to ask for. I mean, I'm certainly not putting Stackington into the battle there. 6 points down with 3 matches to go. It's not going to happen, and that's all right.
yeah, well, you know what? It's been. I know your aim was to finish above Radaby, which you've done very, very comfortably. Um, yeah, no, it's to be fair. Like I say, we're coming to the end of it. It's been a fantastic season, in all fairness, and be interested. Like I say, I think Blues are there for me personally.
Yeah.
That is just that fight between Really and Trumpton. And for me, if I'm going to stick my neck on line, I'm going to say Really because as amazing as it's been to watch Trumpton all season, I just think they're throwing mad formations as well as they've done with it. It just might bite them a little bit in behind in running for finishing that third place.
Really, the real winners this season been class for about 15 games now. Good evening, Tato. I think when we come to have a look, I'm not going to give anything away too much, but when we have a look at the strength of the squads in Division 2, which will probably be tomorrow night or Thursday night, it'd be interesting reading there to see which teams should have gone up based on their abilities. Obviously, in Division 1, we saw that the top two teams should have been the top two teams by some distance, and that's how it's appeared. And a few teams surprised, and a few teams hugely disappointed.
Can you just not bother with Division Two, please? Um, I think I'd be a lot happier. Or could it be a 13 team league? You know, just negate one horrible team of not
Remove Radaby
get us out. Just get it out.
into the
I've
strength
had,
of
it,
the
I've had
squads.
I've had enough slating already without it just getting compounded by the chairman, in fairness.
Well, look at those bottom three sides there. Otis, Gondor, Danglies. They did finish the bottom three. 3 games to go. We find out whether Otis, Otis, what do they need? 2 points. 2 points, and that should be enough, really, to take 12th place for sure. I mean, mathematically, it's not the case, but I mean, as if anyone's going to catch them by getting 2 wins out of 3, 3 wins out of 3. It's not going to happen, is it? So Otis 2 points would be bang on enough. Oh, Wooder. It is Steon Combs. Welcome.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I would love, as much as I think Swan's a legend, and as much as Fife is taking credit for probably all 6 points that Gondor have got this season, I'd even be happy. I do want to see Dangley's not finish bottom. And if they manage to somehow fluke a win tonight, I will be quite happy for them, as it's pretty obvious I'm head of the supporters club. But next season and the new concept, I can't staple my colours to that mast. In fairness, it's too out there for a Christian, God-loving guy like I am. And
too dark.
No, but yeah. No, in fairness, I would like to see Dangley's not finish bottom. And like I say, that's not against Swan. That's just because I like Wooder a little bit. So
a little bit, just a bit. He's legit fat neck tonight, not Leggett. Legit, he definitely is. Anyways, so run back to today's games and have a look at that. We've got Atleti versus Blues. I mean, that earlier on in the season would have been a title contention match, and Atleti have faded completely. Dalgety Rangers versus Roundhay. So the Jerseys looking to clinch the title, really. Roundhay doing their best to stay in the promotion battle. Grove Gondor. I mean, it should be a foregone conclusion that Grove are a lot stronger, but who knows? OT Stackington, 6 places apart, those 2 teams. Rugby Danglies, 6 places apart. Really, 76ers, 6 places apart. And Trumpton Los Arecas, 6 places apart.
It's been a bit weird the way little things like that have happened all season, haven't they? You know,
this division particularly,
yeah, and there's been quite intrinsic little things just happening all season. In fairness, so
especially at the OTs,
former OTs. This one, these OTs are. I have faith in them for next season.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting looking side next season. I haven't seen the squad, but I am looking forward to what's going to be going on with them in whatever decision they decide to go for. And just making sure I've got all my things ready to go for tonight, and hopefully we will have a good round of games. Yeah, so let's get it started. And we're starting off with Real E versus 76ers. So really looking to keep themselves in that battle for 3rd place, keep themselves in 3rd place. They're going unchanged for today. And that's the team that they played last time. We'll go back to that in a second. Last time they played against 76ers, they won 2-1. And, you know, I suppose it wasn't particularly a game where either team really shone. And so today is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think 76ers started season really strong as well. They absolutely battered us in cup, if I remember rightly back then, which not hard, but I don't know. I won't say it's not hard because apart from one team, we've got second joint best defence in the league. So, but yeah, I mean, I think I actually copied Matt for a couple of games with his left back, right back.
Oh yes, of course, yeah.
Which you see things happening when you've got certain rules to adhere to, and obviously it will be interesting for incoming managers that we've seen in different variants of what they're posting on Twitter and how they play the game, coping with it. But yeah, I think it's a strong looking side. It's just that MR running into AMC. I think it just gives it that with the ball thing of having basically three AMCs there. So you can see why they've been so strong and why they're playing that like they've been playing for the last few games. And difficult to see past another really win, in fairness.
Well, they have been playing very well recently, and obviously that 2-4, that's 4-2 win over Roundhead was a big result there in the promotion battle. They're going to the match against 76ers, who also are unchanged for this one. Both managers quite happy with how their teams have been doing. And it's not Takanadi, it's Milevsky keeping his place in the defensive midfield role.
I mean, to be fair, I think Takanadi's been really good. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of backward arrows, as probably most people are, but it's got a place. I do think I'd rather play 5 at back with an arrow going up.
Yeah,
for me, it served them well at the beginning of the season when they were doing really well, and I'm surprised to not see it change up quite a bit more. I mean, obviously he's been one of the ones that's been really involved and really putting it forward, because obviously I think it was only a couple of weeks ago he was on comms, so
yes,
he's obviously still massively involved. And it's going to be interesting to see what he does for next season, whether he makes his 4 changes or as many as he feels needed, or whether he goes changing it fully up. But yeah, again, like I say, it's hard not to see why they were really strong at the beginning of the season. It's probably more hard. And like I say, I'm not one to talk with stupid strong squad I've got, why they've fallen off as well. But some teams have to do, don't they? I think that's the top and bottom of it. Some teams will fall off, and some teams will come to the top.
I'm pretty sure no one understands why 76ers are not scoring goals in the league. Mike, good evening, Mike Savage. Welcome to hopefully a defeat for you tonight. And team announcement coming out tonight as well, talking about concepts and things. He's going to be announcing his team later on. Let's get into this match. Predictions.
Yeah, I'm struggling to see, Pat. I do think 76 will get a goal here, but I'm going to go 2 really with every chance.
Really, every chance. Yeah, that's a good name for them for next season. Let's see if any other predictions come through. 7-6 again. Yeah, Josh went for it last time. Good evening, Josh. Really, to 5-0 says Wolfie, 2-0 from Quinton, 3-0 to Mike Savage. Predictions really are coming in. Would is typical, not bothered. Let's get the game going. Commentary might be a little bit more sparse tonight with the voice, but we'll pick out some key moments. And there's been chances at both ends. And Kesman with a chance, Nicky Franco with a big miss. Down the other end, a good save from Kiotis, who Wolfie's questioning the decision to play him. Every right to question, of course. And really looks slightly more dangerous than their opponents, but who knows? At the moment, it is quite even.
I mean, I think it's there's not a lot of the game gone. A lot of actions happened.
Yeah, Beckham put him on just wide. I think there's been quite a few shots off target, and Mark Kerr gets the opening goal. He's been given a run in this team, and he's not doing too badly at all. Just before half-time, Marquinhos, is it Kesman hit the post and Marquinhos following up, or was it the other way around? Nearly at half-time, and this would be quite... Oh, Marquinhos hits the post again. It's definitely sort of a mini shock at the moment. Look at that first half from Denisis Kiotis.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I'm a little bit behind because obviously I can't see screen at this present minute in time, so I'm watching.
Oh, you should have said all along. You've not even been looking at the screen the entire night.
I just want to see your your nice face on the screen all night, and I have to look at chat manager to.
There we are.
I mean, obviously, everybody knows. And probably would have more so than anybody else. Chaos is doing very well for a certain pathetic Super League side at this present minute in time. I think he's averaging 8.13. And the problem I've got with Kiotis is he can do 8s, 9s, blah, 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 and he'll throw 4 or 5 in fairly regular. A bit different to some of the other keepers, but no, it's very, very solid from 76 so far. I mean, you've got Rude on an 8 where nobody's creating out behind him, really. And so he's doing right. But there's more improvement in 76 as well. So it's going to be interesting second half.
I'm looking forward to seeing if they have what it takes to get back into this match. Surely they are strong enough, but that's been a great first half for 76ers in terms of getting the shots in. I mean, is that exactly what they had in the entire game last time they played each other, I think.
Yeah, you're probably you've got more intrinsic memory than I have.
So neither boss is on, and they're both 60 minuters in terms of their substitutes. So let's get it to 60 minutes. We're underway. Oh, as I paused it, saying we're underway, and I paused it again. That was clever of me. Heading towards the subs time. And it's still looking strong to Kifrenko with a miss there. Another chance and another one off the woodwork. Southgate taking it, and I think is it Cafu with a free kick coming up for 76ers. So let's take a look at the substitutes going on for these two teams. So 60 minutes. Is there a striker playing worse than the other? Yep, Viduka. Unless either of them are badly injured. No, not at this point. So it will be Viduka being withdrawn for Hasselbank. Dyer for whoever's worse out of Beckham and Veron. Beckham are 6. So yeah, he should go. And that's it, I believe, for the substitutes there.
I think Mark Viduka on this game is a very, very good player. Taking him off for Hasselbank, fair play. If he comes up with a goal, he probably will do. Now I've called him out, but I think I'd have been under a 7 for my strikers, really, because we've got two very good ones there, in fairness.
Yeah, he certainly has got some good forwards there going on. Romadal was planned to be substituted. So here we are, let's have a look. That means Rui Costa is on. And striker-wise, neither striker has scored, but I think Nikiforenko has been more dangerous, hasn't he, this match? Seems to be much more involved than Kesman, but I will check that.
I always find Ramadan he's difficult to pigeonhole, to play him in a position where you get something consistently from him. Not one that I like a lot on game. You can see why probably put him in a right of a 3 CMs as well.
Yeah, the pace and everything that can just play him there.
But I know people that play him up front because of that as well. You know, his pace and he's off the ball. And I don't know. It's...
Yeah, no, I do know what you mean. I've never really found where to play him. It's 1-1, and Van Nistelrooy's pulled that goal back. Quinton's suggesting that Wood is suggesting about Savage's new team. Quinton thinks it's going to be classic Aston Villa for Dean Saunders and Dele Atkinson. Nigel Spink's still playing, isn't he, at the start in the game? Nikiforenko puts one just wide. 76 has come forward again. More chances. Nothing coming of it. And yeah, good evening, Jim. Good evening, Jim. You never even said. And Kieran Dyer, has he scored the winner? He has. That is incredible. A late victory, and look at the performance for the team. To be honest, we see some play badly, but look at that really team performance.
Yeah, I mean, like you just said there, not played badly at all. I mean, barring Kaladza, nobody's let him down. And you look at the rest of that, you're in with the shout of winning the game anytime, with them sort of ratings. But I think just a couple of big players there for really, really sort of stepped up to mark. Rude, obviously Vieira, that prick wearing number 12 who's played the last 3 games for me. And yeah. But yeah, it's do you know what? I think I called that. I think I said 2-1. Yeah. Really, I coming from behind, in fairness, but yeah, massive really that in terms of trying to finish in that top 3.
90th minute. Good evening, Rob. Good evening. Welcome to an action-packed, hopefully, edition of the Swemp Electronics Football Alliance Division 2. Van Nistelrooy missed a hatful of headers, but got his shots on target and scored a goal to go into it. I think there's a lot of decent stats there from the side in general. Viduka was fruitless though, wasn't he? I mean, no shots during that time, no headers, 1 out of 6.
Yeah, I mean to be fair, I think at the start of the game, I mean, depending on how you play it and who you play with, I definitely think Gareth Southgate's one that's really overlooked in terms of season 1 and probably 2, especially because I think he's only 31 start of game. But I mean, in fairness, you've got Southgate there winning 6 out of 9, bloody Biscan. Al Vieira's got a 9 there, and Biscan's sat on a 7 when he's done that. Still find some of the ratings a little bit outlandish at times, but I do love the Hugo Ekiog getting up to an 8.
Because the interceptions would be a little bit better there in a run, maybe. Ekiog up to an 8, yeah, he doesn't always get that sort of rating, does he? But the recent run of form's been pretty good, apart from that 6.
Brilliant, yeah. To be fair, I think it's one of them. If you start a save with Middlesbrough, you're not going to change your centre backs for 2 or 3 years because they're both really good. And I think really good intrinsic exceptions from Hugo. I think no. In fairness, just been really good again. Really showing the worth for probably ending up going up.
I think, I think this sort of team is going to be good. Look at the 9 headers, 1 out of 9 there for Three-Ball West for 76ers. Milevsky putting in tackles, putting in headers. I mean, he's done a good job with the 7. It's an interesting set of stats there. They've done all right and have been unlucky to lose that game, I'm going to say. Jim, thank you very much. You've got your team coming in by the weekend. There's still no rush on teams for anyone. I'm still probably 3 or 4 weeks away because of the end of the season and the fact that as I move house over the weekend, I'm going to be internetless in terms of being able to do this for a little while. Don't know how long, days, years, not sure. But once we get going with that, it's all going to be all right again. We'll carry on the season. And then obviously there'll be a couple of weeks delay while I get all the teams in. But I suppose when teams do come in, if I've got no internet, I can still, I suppose, work on putting new squads into the database. So yeah, anytime is all good for that.
I think I've got to jump on what Rob said there. He's saying that Twitter told him that Gareth Southgate were useless and he's certainly not on this game. But do you know what? I bet they were uproar when the team were picked to start with. Which, to be fair, I wouldn't say uproar, but I asked a couple of questions myself. Thought, Grealish, why were you not starting? Probably more than anybody, but no, again, he set his team up to win a game tonight, which he did, and Wooders already claiming on picking bits out for his soundboard come end of season that he's going to promote, I think. So, but no, he's done extremely well as England manager as Gareth Southgate, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion for many.
And he's pretty he can still kind of do it even without a waistcoat, so that's quite good news for him. Yes, Quinton. Noticing Jim saying his 2nd division team for next season. Yeah, didn't even pick up on that. Little Come on, you're absolutely right. Anyway, we're leaving that till last. Danglies, you're having to wait till the end. Let's go to Trumpton Lossarakas. That'd be a good game. In fact, yeah, we will. We'll go to Trumpton Lossarakas because it's a game where it's fourth place. Can they keep the pace on? Then we'll go to Roundhay next as well after that because Roundhay are here. You never know when. Jim might want some sleep at some point as well. So last time they played each other, Trumpton and Lossarakas, it was 5-1 to Trumpton, but Shea Given was off in the first 10 minutes. And with that happening, it would have taken them down to just 4 Newcastle players. So they had to make a double substitution. It was a nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, and then Costanzo's coming out of 5 as well, aren't they, on top of that? So, yeah, I mean, you looked at them ratings. Dominant from Trumpton, which they have been in a lot of the games this year. I think I played them in Cup early doors and wasn't quite convinced. Oh my god!
Go on.
There's not like. Is that last time or is that this time?
That is today's team.
Not like just stopping you dead in your tracks, is there? If this tactic win, I'm going to throw everything I know about this game out of the window. Gone, shit out.
4 wide players.
Honestly,
lots of stuff going on there. Trumpton Pig. Oh yeah, Trumpton Pig comment on Super League. Yeah. Despite the fact that there's no pig squad about this team at all. When you think about the actual idea they've got about tactics, and Trumpton. I mean, when the figures are released about Division 2, I think Trumpton will surprise you about the strength of the squad in Division 2. Yeah, it's just in case anyone's worried about all this coughing and stuff. It's purely hay fever related and just gets worse after about 9 o'clock on a night. So if I could do streams at normal time, we might be kind of okay. It is sort of the crazy stairs formation, Rob. It's definitely going in there, the MCS style. Yeah, I can see what you mean. Or a big Z for Zippy. That's what I assumed this formation was when I looked at it. And in fact, his formation in his own computer file does call it Z. I thought it might have been a reference to that Gimp character in Pulp Fiction, but no, it's not. Anyway, they're playing up against the old Magpies, Lossarakas, who next season will be renamed to Tyneside in a sort of Pro Evo tribute and going entirely Newcastle based. So, the days of having to pick 5 is not such a worry. They're going unchanged for today with that. Could never really kind of work out what this formation was, but it's interesting.
Yeah, but did Dyer score last time out, or would it another time out? Yeah, I thought he did.
You played them last.
Oh,
you knew that, and you just thought, let's go this game and have a look.
I remember Dyer scoring from having that arrow from DMC. So it's it's strong in it, and yeah, I think a 7.3 for Dyer's probably not the best, but
the team hasn't had the best season, have they? So
no, and then a lot of arrows going forward there. So with the ball, they're all sort of AMC level at minimum, and it makes you think, regardless of how stupid that Trumpton tactic looks, they've got a chance of being in behind it and getting some out of it.
Yeah, especially if you're going to have sort of Bacajoli around this area challenging Walter Samwell, and who's it on the other side? That Robin or someone on the other side? It's going to be challenging there, so it's going to be interesting.
Robin and Kennedy Bakircioglu, isn't it? And
yeah, I think Tito likes the formations. I wonder if he likes both formations or just the Iraqas one. Let's take your predictions.
Trumpton at home, Iraqas for them. I'm going to go 1 apiece just for sitting on fence. But to be fair, I mean, obviously, I think when he got updated to .68, Digot did get moved in. It's from being a DMRC to AMRC. But I think in the time of it getting taken over, and then first signing for Newcastle, I think that's where he played for Ipswich when they won't play a final. Played right wing back, didn't he? So you can't blame people for doing that. But he does play extremely well in that DMC role as well. So I don't quite buy into that. But yeah, I think one apiece. I just think the Trumpton, if it were a little bit more regimental to normality, I think it'd quite comfortably win. But yeah, I think they've got a draw in them, Arrakis.
A draw. Well, Quinton thinks 3-2. Josh thinks 3-3. Taser thinks 3-1. Rob's going 4-3 Arrakis. Jim's going 4-0 Trumpton. Savage going 3-1. And Quinton's prediction is Agahara to score for Arrakis. Would have not bothered. Back in today.
Recurring theme of the night, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Until he gets to the Danglish game, then he'll be, I think, what bothered then. Why are there so many people up this way? Stu, welcome. This is the first time, I think, as Kieran Dyer gets his goal. I think it's the first time Stu maybe. It's 2-1 though to Drumpton. Bakajolo and Sigalko scored. I think I even missed a goal, wondering what Stu coming onto the show. Good evening. Your first appearance this season, Grove manager there. 3-1. This is absolutely crazy, the start to the game, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I did say that there's going to be a lot of area behind that. I know Wood's a big fan of them arrows going forward and leaving a lot of space behind as well, and I think he's totally right. And I think they're just taking advantage of it.
First time you've been up this late since Christmas. I'm sure you were working at 3:30 the other night. You were mentioning about the wedding thing. Lee Bowyer scored. It's 3-2. The Birds love it. The Dunkley's versus Rugby game. This is insane. This match for a first half there. People were predicting some goals. Rob at 4-3 to Warakers isn't out of it yet with his prediction. It's kind of potentially all right.
Yeah, I mean, looking though, Shea Given, they're only losing 3-2. Shea Given 5. Costanzo's on an 8, so it means that they're doing something right somewhere down there.
I mean, Costanzo playing for Trumpton, is that kind of some, two fingers up at the Costanzo that's sat on the bench there for Arrakis, I imagine as well. Stu will obviously be cheering on cheering on Trumpton because Arrakis are near him in the league. 3-2, and if we're going to say anything about that formation there, those three, well, they've all scored, so it's working pretty well for them.
Yeah, I think it's just Ferdinand with that 6 running up into DMC, which, I mean, as we all know, if anybody knows, he did play a lot of DMC when he first come through at West Ham, in fact, and his stats do lead that he could play there, but he's a defender. I can't do anything with centre defenders on this game playing anywhere else or having arrows. So, but it's working for him. It was just both teams were guaranteed to leave themselves open, and it's been a great half so far.
Very good first half so far. Just a quick look at the stats there. I think in terms of Robin, I think he probably gets to 60 minutes at 84%. I don't think it's the worst injury in the world. It's been going all right for them, for Arrakis. To look at their squad, Robert's probably carrying a bit of a niggle, but we'll take both teams on to 60 minutes. Keep the pace going a little bit more tonight because I think we've got a bit behind there. Sigalko had scored to make it 4-2. Great start to the half again for Trumpton, keeping the pace and the challenge up for Real E at this point. And obviously that little challenge on Blues. Blues are going to need to win this game to feel a little bit safer. And right, time for some subs. Anyone tired or bad at 60? Costanzo's still having a quality game, isn't he? So Robin is going to come off. Do you ever think if Robin or Maxim comes off, replace with Henri? I don't think anyone else is tired. And anyone bad? No, I'd leave it just the one, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's a strange thing, isn't it? That what people constitute as tired for your players. There's half an hour left.
I've gone down the line of he does have an injury, and it does mention about anyone injured. So that's why he's gone off for that situation.
But until this Swemp League, I never even knew if there were lower fitness. You just have a look at that, and they tell you about potential injuries. But as you know, I don't really make subs.
No,
I fly through in for the stupid amount of time, and it's been like a bit of an eye opener to me. And even though I know it now, I still don't do it.
oh, fair enough. You know, whatever.
Just
You obviously
let them
do a decent job anyway. So,
well, it depends. It depends what job I'm doing it in. In this, then no, I'm not. So,
right, okay. There's no suggestions of what to do from Dan Hazard. It's only if winning. So Robert will withdraw Robert at 82 there. But Ronaldinho, whatever he's called, Ronaldinho, not Ronaldinho. He should.
me personally, yeah, I'd swap him with Mark Kerr, swap him with Ronaldinho. Mark Kerr does the decent job at AMC.
Yeah, that will be all right. Kerr can play there. He can. Your bitch chat with the criminal act. Jeppers is on a 5 indeed, but there's no request from Dan Hazard to sub players on certain ratings, unlike other managers. But yeah, Robbie, you're absolutely right. He's on a 5. He's not doing the greatest job in the world, is he? At that point.
Yeah, I think it was good how Shea Given dragged this up.
Oh, hang on. We've made that sub. We might have to make a second sub for Arakas. And I'm going to check this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are okay to continue with their 5. They did have 6 in the lineup. I just thought I'd check that. Isn't Josh making up there? He's trying to attack a cab driver in Croatia. Yeah, they've got 5 on it. They're absolutely right. 20 something minutes to go. Quality match so far, 4-2. Plenty of goals. And Barry Ferguson having a great game, isn't he? I think he's just hit the post as well. 10 minutes left. Lee Bowyer trying to bring Arakas back into this game. Into the last few minutes. The throat is doing okay there. Thierry Henry scores to make it 5-2. And
I'd like to.
Go on, Steve.
I'd like Quinton to just put 6 random numbers, the lottery numbers, just in chat there, because he just said, "Oh, they've got 5." Then
that was about the Newcastle players in the Arakas team, but
that's my misconception of what I'm reading.
He just makes that prediction about 15 minutes before they score the goal.
Yeah, but I'm still interested in lottery numbers.
I mean, you look all over the pitch there. That's a deserved win, and Trumpton have scored 5 against Arakas for the second time this season.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think they've done well to get 2 goals on the Arakas, in fairness. But yeah, it's when you've got 1-7 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 9s. I'm not sure I've seen 7 9s in a team personally.
With the 10 as well.
Yeah, that's extremely strong, and I apologise massively to Mr. Big Kid for chastising that fantastic formation beforehand.
But then you did say that they had chances as soon as you saw the Arakas formation, so you balanced yourself out. I'm not making it. Pretty sure it happened. Josh saying that he's going to Google it after the game. What you can do is you can always go onto Google Chrome and just edit the text within the website, and we'll believe it. It'll be fine. Quinton predicts the lottery numbers there. Steve, put the line on.
No, I've got it because he's put he's put 22 in there, which is my lad's birthday. So 100% they're going on Saturday, Quinton. So if I win £1 million, you can have £5.
That's a great rate of It's 2 and a bit ticket, isn't it? It's all right. Oh, we said we we're going to Round Here next, and there we are. We will go to Grove after this one for a stew, but not for the food, of course. We're going to go and see Stew. Last time these played each other round here, we're beaten 4-2, despite the fact that Frey went off. Dejers still scored some goals, so it's looking pretty good for Dalgety. But round here really need a win again, based on the fact that 2 teams above them have just won.
It's one of them. This formation looks very defensive, but in the same breath, it's a 2-4, no MCs, 3-1. You see quite a lot of people playing there. Yeah, I don't know. It's difficult around it. You know what? They've been so good, and they've had real spikes of being really good, and they've had a couple of little low points with a couple of different results as well. It's but I do really, really like that team, and the way they're set up, I think it suits the league, and obviously the way you can play, and I think they're going to give Dalgety a run for the money with that. Really do.
It'd be an interesting game, certainly. Mike's already going in with 2-1 to Round Here, despite the fact he hasn't seen the old Dalgety side for today, although he will have seen it in the past, I'm sure. You take the arrows off, hugely defensive, put the arrows on, and you've got an attacking side, so why not? The team news for Dalgety is that they can go unchanged, I believe, and they're pushing their side forward as they always do.
I think the annoying thing for me with Dalgety is we all know how overpowered the DMC position is, and they haven't played with one for quite a few weeks, but they've still posted the results, and I think it probably more shows the strength of the side as opposed to like the teams they're playing against. But yeah, massively strong. They've obviously got a lot of really good players, and I do think as somebody who's a little bit experienced with Totti, I think playing in centre midfield with an arrow on is probably his best position, as is Amar's. So you can see why they're still creating a lot and scoring goals.
Yeah.
I'm fancying Round Here to nick a result of some sort here though. So I really like the way they're set up. I think they're matching them in the centre midfield. They've got a DMC to oppose what's up front. And if they can get the ball up front to them, yeah, I think I think they've got something in them to be able to nick a result here. Definitely.
It's going to be a close one, I think. I think it is going to be close. Rob genuinely thought they were called Dejers. Well, they are. That's a short name. We do refer to them as both names. Dalgety Rangers being the full name of the side. Let's go into this one then. So predictions have come in a little bit. We've got Round Here to win 2-0, Round Here to lose 5-2, and Round Here to win 2-1. Huge mix of what's going to go on there. Looking at the two sides together. Do you know what? The one thing I think this game would benefit from is at this point, some sort, the match overview before the game kicks off, that you get a little view on here of the formation of one team and a view of the formation of the other, and you just look them up like that, formation versus formation.
I mean, I've seen that quite a lot, especially in this league as well. When you look at it, it's like it's easy now, nearly 20 years down the line, to see what improvements you'd make to a game. It's nearly 20 years older. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah. Because we love it that much, we say, oh, it'd be nice if we could do this, it'd be nice if we could do that. But, I mean, they're looking at them teams, side by side, it's difficult to call a winner. And like I say, I just think the fact that Rounder have got DMC and the way they're setting up with the CMs, they've got a big chance of getting a result. I'm going to go up on a piece.
It's going to be an interesting game there. Quinton telling me to cough on mute. I can't find the mute button quick enough because it's on a different screen. So I'm trying to cough as little as I can. It's just unfortunate that the hay fever gets me more at this time of night with the sort of weird throat stuff. Anyway, here we go. Josh going for 3-1 for Dalgety. This one, and they've started off well. Lots of shots. Round here trying to get themselves back into this one. Well, I say back in, it's still 0-0, of course. Halfway through the first half, little impact, I suppose, now. And then chance I'm disallowed. Totti with some good work, but to no avail. Walter Samuel, the best player on the pitch so far. Chances of Riquelme disallowed. 1-1, but 0-0. Almost at half time. Makes the game sound a lot less interesting, doesn't it? Less commentary. Yeah, weird throat stuff getting sound. Swemp fighters. 0-0 at half time. It's lots of chances, but little on target.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they've been firing him from all sorts of places, haven't they? They've Dalgety. He's not to concentrate on comments a little bit as well. Rob, hoping I get pegged by some Tory. I've been trying in recent months, but nobody's up to the task. So
Mrs. Postma. You haven't seen Mrs. Postma
yet. No, but in fairness, like I say, it's got everything on it for round here nicking a result here.
Yeah, we're going to go to Jim just in case he wants to make any changes at half time. He doesn't usually says go through to 60. No one's injured. No one's doing too bad. He's Wooder going because, I mean, is he going to put Bischon into his new squad, seeing as he was found guilty of headbutting a taxi driver? Mike's not going. I think he's saying goodbye to Wooder. The coughs are waking your dog. Sorry, Ray. I don't mean to wake you up.
No, I'll keep. When it happens, I'll keep Wooder updated. Quite thankfully.
No one's at 45. No one's at 5 or whatever. Jim there's no need really for any subs, I don't think, at this point with your usual things. But of course, if you want to, there we go. Go to 60. Yes, we have a goal disallowed for both teams. Yeah. Stu's dog's waking himself up. Trout's penalty turned down. And the 60 minutes are about to happen now, possibly at 59. Yeah, I am feeling woof. No, I'm not actually feeling woof at all. Feeling absolutely fine. Just tend to cough for absolutely no reason. Anyway, so ratings wise, Alan Smith, Ashley Cole, a gap on 6s. And fitness wise, Joe Cole now is the one who seems to be suffering a little bit with the poorly thigh.
That's one thing I've noticed here though. Like the amount of times like you've clicked on players who've had a potential injury. If I were doing that on an home save, I bet the amount of injuries you do actually get from saying potential this, potential that. It's probably why the lower fitness is coming without them being injured.
Yes. Yeah. They've the next game round, they may be 5% off compared to where everyone else is. Yeah.
No, honestly, it's give a little bit of insight into keeping an eye on things. But I still don't, in fairness.
So Ruby on, but switch of Ronnie for position. Who for? Just actually look on my my tweets or let's have a look. Who's he coming off for? Is he coming off for Smith?
I think Cole.
Oh, Cole, of course, yeah, Cole with the injury. Stupid me. I should just listen to myself. Really, if I go about 10 seconds, I know what I'm on about.
It's a big. It's not an infuriation, but a little bit of OCD with me with Ronaldinho because he's
right-footed, left-sided.
Right-footed, yeah. It just winds me up. Full
just
stop.
play him in the middle, and do you play him in the middle?
Yeah. To be fair, it's not often I overly have him. In fairness, because I don't think he's as good as the game perceives him to be, personally. But yeah, he's got to be in the middle or even right. I played him on right loads of times just because he is, and you don't lose anything by playing him on right.
No. If Jim wants to make another sub, I can make another sub there. These are 60s, 60s and below at this point. So 2 subs. Yeah, Quinton makes a point. They're all right-footed in midfield, so someone has to be on the left, I suppose. Lizarazu is going to need replacement by Zari. And Van Nistelrooy is going to be replaced by, I know Brochek's played up front more than Agahara this season, so he'll go up front. Simple as. I think it must just be the one sub for Jim. Looking at that. Looking at where the time that's elapsed since, I suppose, suggests he's finished. Can anyone get the opening goal? We thought we were going to have an exciting game here. I thought we were going to have a close game. I thought it might be exciting. Not a lot going on. Ronaldinho taking the yellow card. And with 15 minutes to go, who knows what's going to happen. Totti coming close for De Gers, and there's a goal. Rui Costa coming off the bench, and Roundhay taking the lead against the leaders. Blues now with hope of getting somewhere today, maybe. And Roundhay take the victory. Edwin van der Sar, man of the match. That's not often. So it's his first time man of the match. As many as he's got for red cards. So, yeah. Does that surprise you, Steve, or are you satisfied with the outcome of that game there?
No, I mean, I said from the start, I think they've got a result in them. I don't blame it on Dargetting not having a DMC at all, but yeah, both teams, personally for me, were as strong as each other, and I just think the way that Roundhay lined up, they had everything geared up for them to be able to get a result, and they have done. And massive tip me out to for Jim for doing it, and it just makes Dargetty tweak a little bit of probably finishing top of the league now.
Is there a word beginning with K that you could say a massive something to the other team? The other day you were using a word beginning with K that would have picked up on.
I don't know, I'd have seen.
You're a massive kudos to the other team.
It's another one. Another one. It seems I've got many.
Come on.
I don't even know what word is for it. I won't even say it's like taglines. But it seems I've got a few things that people pick up on, and if you pick up on it, you can't be taken too serious, really, can it? So
nah, everyone loves it. It's all good, without a shadow of a doubt. We are fans. So anyway, Otis Stackington. Let's play this now. No, Stu's game, isn't it, Grove? I did say I'd go to Stu, and then we'll play that next up. Grove versus Gondor. Yes. And catchphrases with a K. So John Curtis suspended. He was going to be he was in the first team last time. He's going to be on the bench today, but he is suspended and being replaced by Eddie Howe on the bench as Sol Campbell comes in as the only change to their team from last match.
Yeah, I mean, I know they've played this fairly regular with probably a little bit of differentiation from like midfield up. But yeah, to be fair, he's got world's most beautiful CM player playing at left wing back at this present minute in time. And there's nobody on that bench really that you look, apart from Dario Silva for Cole, maybe. Don't like Andy Cole from this game at all in the slightest, but you can see if Cole's got two legs, that's the reason why he's probably up front. But yeah, you know what? It's been a good concept because they've been strong enough to trouble teams, but on the other side, not been quite strong enough to really make a challenge. I think that's probably one of the most frustrating things for Stu because it's been sort of there or thereabouts. Like I've been there or thereabouts, but I've had a stupidly strong squad and not done it. He's been there or thereabouts with not the best of squads. So it's probably, yeah, I think I really like Grove's concept, what they're all about. And I like a lot of the players in them, except for Prozinecki. I don't think he's not one of my favourites, in fairness. But you can see why, in real life, why Portsmouth fans absolutely love him. Because he'd go on, he'd create a few things, he'd go and smoke 40 fags in an hour after, wouldn't he?
During the game, I believe.
Yeah. But no, strong side in terms of a lot of good players on Champ. And but I think Division 2, I think this sort of side in Division 2 next season is gearing up to be completely competitive from the way that it's looking at this present time from people that are going to be involved.
Yeah, I think it's. I'm just unpicking the married to Gwen Stefani question there from. Which one's Steve Finnan? Steve Finnan married to Gwen Stefani, was it?
I don't know, but I know Quinton's saying my favourite Robin Williams film is Mrs. Fire, but I don't like films without a doubt in them, so no.
Let's see how they get on against the Gondor side, who I've got some defensive midfield troubles here. They've got no Ukulele and no Paulo Sosa. Frank Lampard's gone into defensive midfield. No Shaw, there we are. No doubt. No. Try to look at the Portsmouth players, Jim. Lovely stuff. Anyway, Stuart Roberts is coming to the first team today, and David Romo has moved over, and Frank Lampard's back in to the defensive midfield positions.
I can't look at it. Why on earth, when Frank Lampard is a MC playing in DM, he's not in that right side, and Damien Lacey is a left-footed defensive midfielder. He's in that right hand side.
I can make that change because
this don't do it on my account. That's not my.
Swan's been struggling to get on to the things, and so he didn't know that because he did have an unchanged lineup. Makelele's missing, and so I've moved Lampard back so I can swap with Lacey and do that. That is fine.
That looks. I say he's left-footed DMC in there. It's Damien Lacey, and it's just like,
that makes more sense.
I've got a lot of OCD with this game. I'm a little bit bad with it. Van der Gun at right back. Just, I think if you're going to get anything out of Van der Gun playing at right back, I think you need a longer. But he's looking very good there as well. But I think you need a longer arrow.
I just don't think you play him at right back. This was the 5-year version, though, wasn't it?
It's probably still 5% influence. It really is because I probably even I don't know, but it's you know what? I'd probably say Stuart Roberts probably more intrinsically sound to play there, and then Van der Gun at right at 3 AMCs. He's got a bit of a better right hand column, but Do you know what? Interesting. He's going to go and get a 9. I think I've called a couple of little things that have come up by me in backside already tonight. So that's probably one of them. And I apologise to any opposition manager if I call something and it just like happens because I don't mean to do it.
We didn't look at last time they played each other, so let's do that before kick-off. 2-1 to Grove last time. Red card for Romo early on the same minute that Chris Coleman scored. What did he do? So he pushed D'Alessandro over at the kick-off. As you do. Quinton saying 4-1, so that's 2 for Cole. Nadiello to disappoint, and Mike Savage saying 3-0 to Grove. You've gone for Grove yourself, haven't you, on this one?
2-0 Grove for me. I don't think it'll be as convincing as some of the guys think, but I can't see Gondor threatening enough to even challenge him, unfortunately.
We'll have to see how this one goes, but yeah, I mean, going to form, Grove have got more points than Gondor, Otis and Langley's put together. He starts off reasonably slowly, but positively for Grove on the attack. And then nothing.
That's what. Oh my God.
We've got to halfway through the first half, and Uns have taken a yellow card, but really not a lot has been going on here. This is worth staying up for, Stu, isn't it? Tick tock, tick tock. Melville's yellow card. Near half time. Chance for Cole, D'Alessandro. Nope. And it's half time. 0-0. Oh, the thriller in Sundsvall. Wow. Wow.
If there were any more than that, I'd have been absolutely astounded, in fairness. And I didn't overthink it'd be Gondor a little bit on top of them chances. But it's still one of them. It's difficult. It's still difficult to call which way I'll go either way. Van der Gun interests me. He does have everybody, but
not much of a match report there, Mike. Noticing that. Yeah, we're going to go to Grove and see if Stu wants to make any subs at half time. Notice that Stephen, 87%, is carrying a little bit of a shin injury, but he seems okay. Any others? Just let us know if you want to do anything, Stu.
It's 77% more than he needs. He's an absolute beast of a man. Honestly, I don't know why he's not everybody's favourite player in the game, because he's just unreal.
He's not scored for Grove, got 2 assists. Stu says no to subs at this point, and Lee Trundle will be one to watch for Gondor, but they have no substitute plans as such. It's just to manage. We'll leave that for a little bit more. They're short of players as it is at the moment. And they go, Hale Berkovic has done a great run and goal early in the half, and Cole makes it 2-0. What a start to the second half for Grove.
Yeah, they've come out firing, and it's difficult to.
It's all set for Dario G. Now, I mean, Andy Cole scored twice. He's only on a 7, but he scored twice. What does Stu do in this situation now? Does he go for 2 up front and play them both up there? Steve Finnan now. It's Cole for Silver. He's definitely doing.
I think to be fair, I think he just needs to take his manager and just put David James up there, just a big lump, just to come off over there. Stuart Pearce, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Channel is in a Stuart Pearce and just throw David James up there. I'm not joking. I won't want to. The integrity of the league is the utmost importance. That's just me being a silly pillock. But
it's putting goalkeepers up front and things in the league has been done in other divisions. It's been done, I think, against Flamingos.
Stupidly strong sides in Cup.
Yeah, Dodgy's been doing that in the league as well a couple of times.
Yeah, honestly, we're all Division 2 people at this present minute in time. We all love each other. And I don't think he'll be watching this back. I can't wait to see him getting twatted left, right, and centre with his Norwegian squad next season. For
I don't think it's going to be quite so clear cut as that. I just don't. But maybe it will. And so, like, who can actually come on into that position? I think now the best thing to do here would be to. Dennis Lawrence has played fullback this season. He's going to come on for Lacey, and Williams is going to go there. He stole the Norwegian squad from Stu. Stu, I'll see you right. I think you should keep your Portsmouth guys, but yeah, you were setting up a Portsmouth, a Norwegian squad, and Daji went for his. But I did know he was doing a. I thought, and he was doing a Scandinavian squad at first for a few weeks, and then he comes in with the all Norwegians, and it's looking a decent Norway squad. Yeah, and Quinton and Rob both saying they're not all Division 2 in here. Very true.
But in terms of what Stu was saying, if after all this dominating Daggy's done on updates and everything with Norwegians only, if he didn't go Norwegian only this season, he was going to get chastised. And being a Norwegian man himself as he is, if he didn't go full Norwegian.
Nadiello has scored, Quinton. Nadiello has scored. Very comfortable for Grove. Will they get a fourth and win 4-1 and get the double for Andy Cole? No, they won't. 3-1. Double for Andy Cole. Nadiello scores. And yes, Stu, you got your Norwegian roots, haven't you? Your Norwegian family.
Oh, again, something I didn't know. It's nice to get a little bit of an insight in it for people that you see and sort of interact with a little bit on Twitter about the game, and so it was good to get a little bit of an insight. But yeah, it was difficult to see past. Although to be fair, Gondor have had a go there.
Yeah, second half was much more interesting, wasn't it? Couldn't have been much worse. But a great goal from Berkovic early in the second half. Let's take a quick look at that one, actually. Is there any sort of mention of it? No, there's no mention of it whatsoever. He just scored with a fine strike. Here's some nice dribbling. That was it.
That's Berkovic's forte, wasn't it? Just running with ball. And,
wow, yeah. Anyway, yeah, good performance there. Cole getting both his shots on target into the net. Team performance has been fairly solid, very good indeed. And
I don't think Glenn will agree with that. What it him that said he needs 10 chances to score a goal or something? But he about picking him for England. I think he just proved Glenn Hoddle massively wrong, hasn't he?
He only needs 2 chances to score 2 goals, yeah. But yeah, well, 3 chances, 2 on target, 2 goals. Very nice indeed. Yeah, Gondor put up a bit of a fight, but I mean, the ratings, the missed tackles and things show that he probably wasn't quite up for them, and now it puts them under pressure from Daglies when Daglies get their win later on.
Probably so, mate, yeah, but Cedric Van der Gun at right back was just never happening, was it?
No, never not at all. That's our 4 5s in the last 6 games.
And look at him as well. He's had a reasonable return when he's played further upfield. I can see why, but again, for me, like I say, I'm not an expert or anything, but Stuart Roberts for me is probably more equipped to play there. And then with Van der Gun right at 3 AMCs. But do you know what? I don't think Fife. I think Fifey deserves credit for Gondor's carry on losing because, in fairness, I think that Swan has seen that he did okay for a couple of games and he just followed what he was doing, and he's just been found out that Fifey would just got lucky for a couple of games. So certainly don't hold it against Swan. But I think he needs to change it up a little bit. He's still within a chance of not finishing bottom, especially with some of the players that are available to him. Just depends on the level of McAlealy being unavailable. He's a good DMC. I won't say very good, but he's got the players there to not finish bottom, especially considering his camaraderie that is below him at the minute.
The Danglies below at this point. Swan is carrying on next season. I don't know about his squad, actually. I'm not sure if I've seen anything about that so far. Might not be any sort of suggestion. It'd be nice to see what happens there with Swan. But he is staying. Otis versus Stackington. And Otis for today. Right, we've probably not seen something like this season. Steve looks at it in bewilderment.
Do you know what? I think it's missing? In fairness, I do think it's missing some arrows to sort of make it a little bit more doable. But it looks like a pair.
That sort of arrows going on.
No, not them. But it looks like one of them little blush pairs that you get.
Yeah.
It looks like a blush pair.
Teardrop. Mike said it was the closest you could get to a house, but he doesn't have a left back. But yeah, I think it's more kind of a bauble or a trowel. Maybe a trowel.
Yeah.
Just Stackington tears, thank you.
I say there's I do quite like that, Quinton. That's very good. But yeah, that's so either have you did Jeff Willie DMRC or is it DMC? I don't know.
He's run DMC.
Yeah. To be fair, I think I'd have had maybe an arrow inward from them up front wingers. But do you know what? There's some random formations, as Big Kids proved, that have got results. He has got some good stats. There's that person you just clicked on him and see his name.
Sean Ray making his debut.
Yeah, it's probably his only performance in professional football ever. But it's no. Do you know what? I tell you because he's the good thing I love about Mike is he's trying anything he can with this team of clowns. In fairness,
while there's no purpose to it other than he's got a job for next season, why not have a go?
Yeah, that's it. He might as well throw a few players and do their thing and see how he goes with his concept next season. And I'm really looking forward to how he goes next season. And now he's probably going to be a little bit more confident now he's at home, knowing you really struggled past him last time. In fairness,
well, it was Larry last time. Can Mike replicate or beat what Larry did intrinsically?
I hope you do, Mike. Not because I don't want Dan to lose, because Dan knows that as well. I just hope you can better him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. Tato saying, "I love seeing new squads come out." Yeah. It's been one of the most. To say there's been very few games on in the last week or so, really, compared with the usual. We have had more action on the tweets and stuff, so great to see. I've made one change for today, and it's Saeed coming back in for Kamuna, and Kamuna puts Mike Duff off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's in my opinion, I think this squad should be top in the league. I think it's massively strong in terms of intrinsic players and being really good. I think the fact that stacking in at 6-7 points clear at this minute in time, I think it's down to the manager. But no, to be fair, looking at the players that are there, I would probably, myself personally, probably play Molesky. I think Molesky is a better centre back than Ndiaye is, and Ndiaye is a better. ish defensive midfielder than Mileski is. Volodenkov far better on right wing than a Gat would be, but I do love a Gat. I don't know why. But yeah, it's strong. It's hard to see past the second and win, in fairness. But I do think if the Otters get a result here, it has to go down as it's got to be like a captioned random tactic victory of the season sort of thing.
No, I'd agree. I just don't want it to happen today. It can't happen today, surely. Yeah.
You do what it wants, but Anglers will probably win. So
just the one change sees that Gamera should be captain when he's back in the side. So it is just there. Mike worried that his new squad is a little bit overpowered. Well, you know what we do to overpowered ones. We disown them. Anyway, predictions, people.
2-1 stacking and a half. Mike, don't you worry. You come in late and you're picking the squad. You know what? I were the first person to put my squad into Dan, and I regret it big time. So I've just been called. But do you know what? It's what it is. It's your squad. It's what you want to do. Exactly. Do you know what I mean? That's it. It's just, I'd say it was just trying to put my feelings off.
5-1 says Quinton. Mike's going 2-0. Tato 6-0.
2-1 stack. Competitive.
Stu going 3-0. Well, let's see how this one goes.
I've got you back, Mike. You're all right.
Gamera takes a yellow card. Noti's looking a little bit stronger at this moment than the others. It's very, very quiet, very boring. And Yahya gets the opening goal just about halfway through the first half. Graham Marchant trying to come back into this game for their OTs. Can they make it 2? Stackington OTs himself back in before half time. Romashchenko goes off injured. Okay. Rather simply at this point then, so we'll bring on Volodenkov. Oh, Volodenkov can come on and Romashchenko roll it off. There we are. And a gap moving further forward seems to be making a little bit of an impact. Yahya makes it 2-0. Points for class and likability. Mike wins. Yeah. He's turned the OT side into a great team there, and I'm very much unlikable. So fine. First half where there's only really Yahya turning up.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I know he's becoming a player of yours that you want to sign if you have a home save or something now. Probably
8 goals now. Yeah, he's doing all right.
Yeah. I'm laughing at Mike's comments as going along. I just think it's really good. But do you know what? A 2-1 stacking and win is still not out of question.
No, and the fact that they're all mostly sevens is pretty good.
Yeah, that's it. They could solid up a bit, get a goal, and I won't sling you under the bus, Mike, like the rest of them.
Any subs, Mike, at this point? I think you probably want to continue, but yeah, if you got any subs, let me know. Stackington won't be making any subs at this point.
I reckon it's fine, it's Bill.
He's planning a super treble sub. Rayoff for Mawson. He is making a change. Here we are. Mawson for Ray. And we're good to go. Nick Baker's been doing his usual tackles. Mawson switch with Marchant. Yeah, Mawson's going to go up front. That makes more sense. Done. So 15 minutes into the second half now. And then subs will be made. Looks like Oti's really trying to get back into this game, having Chelsea's Barracats being involved. Down the other end, Nicky Franco's missed the target. And it's an alright match so far. I go to the OT substitute, which whenever it's made for 64 minutes. That's where we are. Look how far down the league ladder we are. There's a random comment chucked out there by Tato. It takes ages to find them.
I don't even know. I'm staying quiet because, yeah, I'm not even. It's not worth it. Not worth it.
Sorry, right. Ratings, yes, indeed. Ratings. They have some. 6 for Whitley, Marchant, and 7s for everyone else apart from Adamides on an 8.
See, it's all right. Somebody like Mr. Mourinho commenting on teams where he took over a team by fluke, who at one point were top of the season in a different league and borderline playoffs, and he's going to knack that up anyway. So, yeah, it's.
But in terms of his Badgers side, Badgers are the 13th rated team and are currently, 7th, 6th, 7th in the league. So it's not too bad in that respect, is it?
They've got more chance than Aston of getting in playoffs.
He's a good manager to work for in the Super League, though.
Yeah, I forgot you were intrinsically involved then as well.
Intrinsically involved. Good evening, Fifey. Welcome to the show. Gondor scored. That's all you need to know. Gondor scored a goal. Nicky Franco is going to come off at this point, and we're going to see Yavin come on.
What's he saying?
Something a little bit different there.
You'd rather build your own side and not get more than 25 points all season. Oh. To really to shaft up what good old Alf were doing, I think it's more on your head, really. So anyway, it's not a place to be talking about the Super League because Dudley will finish above Aston next season anyway, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Anyway, up the O's.
Up the O's. Is it Blues next? I think it might be in this before we go to the it's a red card and Steve Phillips is off. So Jason Batty will be making his debut and it's a penalty.
That's where do you go though? How do you ruin that symmetry? Mike.
I think
I'll tell you what I'd do, Mike. I'd take Mawson off and put some arrows on Barricade and Marchant. In my opinion,
on 81% and a 5. And I wonder if he'd just go.
He's only got 15 minutes to go, hasn't he? He's capable, though, isn't he? He played right back and got a big arrow, I think, earlier in the season, right to the top when he scored. So he's got ability. Well, I wasn't imagining that, would I? He played right back with a big arrow.
Marchant played 3 or 4 games using that giant arrow. Mawson off, Batty on.
Rob, no keeper. Oh.
And Batty just with a run back to keeper.
So you got to stick him at least some arrows on Barricade and Marchant, even though he ain't asked. Just for.
Wow.
Oh, here we go. He's gone for it. Big arrows on the men. You can just imagine it, could you? 75 minutes. They've been running, they've been chasing, stacking it around all game.
And now they've got to run more.
Proper put it in now. And they're like, Jesus, Gaffer, cheers.
Adamides full arrow to striker. I'm just waiting for the word done. I thought it was yes, Mikel, and I realised it was an exclamation mark.
I'd have made his 2 goals, 2-2 draw incoming, in my opinion.
Penalty first.
All right, no, sorry. Oh, yeah, I think disgraceful is that Mike.
For Keane scoring a penalty. It's 3-0. And Agat makes it 4. At least the goalkeeper scored a penalty.
I think before this season started, you were talking about should I be available for promotion? Everybody were like, a couple of idiots were like, no, and I was like, of course, should be. But I think that taking the mickey out of a manager and putting your keeper on pens to score, like, I'm fully in your corner. I guess disgraceful by the chairman.
I didn't want promotion. I said I shouldn't be allowed it. Next season, whatever goes. But I play for fun. There we are. I play for fun, and it was nice to see David Batty being so generous in goal.
Yeah, I definitely think there's an inquest coming tomorrow. Mike might put something out to back you up. I think he's taking a blind piss out of you there. As much as I like Dan, I think that's bad.
Look at Adam Adis there, 13 tackles out of 14, doing the job for the rest of the team. Making a quiet second half.
Because he was sticking it on centre half at stacking and running all that way up pitch. He didn't want to run back, so he put about 5 in back up there.
Look at Fifey. He's certainly not keeping his Flamingo squad. Although, it's a nice squad. It's a nice squad that I've seen so far. So Ortiz just didn't have what it took, obviously, what we had for that. And whereas for Stackington, they didn't need to do much. There wasn't really anything particularly special about the performance. It was just that Ortiz, it didn't work. It didn't work today, and the red card just killed the game off for them.
Yeah, I mean, it's been whatever he's been called upon. I think it took him a bit of a while to get a team, didn't it? And
he wasn't fantastic at the start, yeah.
And he's been, he's come in a bit of a run. He's got a load of goals. He's done really well, in fairness. And I think stacking in, regardless of who the manager is, I think they've been a credit to the league. And I don't know what you're laughing. Please, I'm being serious there. A bit of a here, there, and everywhere squad. A couple of legends, a couple of out there players, and it should be for everybody that's putting a new concept in with players that probably may not be the total best to be able to compete because they've had some really good results this season. So it bodes well for everybody next season that depending on what happens with everybody's squads, everybody might be given a chance of finishing at the top 3.
Yeah, and there are a couple of teams going strengthening strong squads, but they'll be, they might be in a league of their own, and everyone else competes very much so on an even playing field. So,
well, we've been 3 divisions next year then. Two 10s and 1 8 of all idiots. I'm not joking. I didn't mean idiots by a chance. I was just
too nice to say that. 2 games to go. Let's get on with the. We're going to Blues versus Atleti. Battle of 2nd versus 7th, and so Blues have had to make one change. They've lost Patrick Vieira to suspension, so Von Bommel comes in and Kieran Dyer is on the bench.
Yeah, I mean they've got obviously. I mean I don't know how much the other guys are suspended or injured have played, but it's still a strong side. I think I know who the manager is of the Blues, but yeah, it's to be fair, I think it's a formation that if you're first starting out, you look at it thinking you want to go a bit attacking and you want to try and do something, but you have to play 3 at back. It's probably it looks like an aeroplane, doesn't it? So I think it's the way to go. But it's been proved that if you go a little bit out there, it probably stands you in a little bit of better stead. And but I mean, you look at the squad when Nikiforenko's either footed and Robin is playing it right, that just makes me feel a bit sick. Agarawa playing in midfield. Agarawa playing full stop. I don't like him. I don't know where people. He's supposedly a legend on game, but I've never had out good at him ever. In fairness, Kieran Dyer should be playing there, in my opinion. Not that my opinion is worth much, but yeah, I think. Here we go. Mike was saying, "Oh, can I have what's that bloody stupid thing like pen, pineapple, apple, pen?" I think just it's been in my head since Mike's.
You just move those 2 players and you've made Mike's formation.
But yeah, I think you know what, strong side, and they've had a good season. I do think Atleti have been a little bit disappointing for me. I've got a lot of time for Nupi, in fairness, and
so let's get to his team.
Yeah, I think he started out like, oh my God, what is he doing? Yeah, no, 4-0 Blues. I've just said I like Nupi, but I've seen that. That's just without the arrows. That's good. I like it. I probably have an arrow on Scarlett to be fair, because he can play, up to centre midfield. Cause he can play centre midfield, still gets the assists. He'll probably just play too much FIFA, really. Just thought, I'll just send that in.
Going for that one. What is Scally doing? Quinton saying that Agaro was excellent. It's slanderous what you're saying. Suggestion from
Crap.
Murphy. Anyone?
Crap. I'm not having it. It's crap.
Anyone with Shevchenko, ban him for a week. I don't know how many Shevchenkos we'll see next season. It might be none or one. I'm not sure. A lot of teams are losing Shevchenko. And the other suggestion.
I think it shows a couple this season. It shows that people know what they're talking about. But he's crap as well. He don't do what he should today. Everybody knows. And regardless of talking Super League or anything, even on home save, he's not good, is he? I don't know. Are these people that I know Jens has said loads of times, I get loads of goals out of Shevchenko. Oh, honestly, I've had a ridiculous amount of goals out of Jan-Klas Huntelaar. I can't get an out of Shevchenko. So it says more about me, really, than like Huntelaar just having a freak save. But do you know what I mean? He's one of them. There's that many players on this game that should be top class that are crap that you need to bin off. And then I think that's the way people are geared up for this season, getting players that on the game are good rather than should be good. And I think it's going to make for a far more competitive league next season.
It's going to be an interesting one. A suggestion there from Quinton about maybe the new teams should enter Division 2 and more teams should be promoted.
I'm looking at Rob's comment there about Jan-Klas Huntelaar. I got 114 goals in a season out of him, Rob. I don't know how it happened. To be fair, and I got called by a couple of people for being a cheat, which fair enough. I'd probably done the same if I'd seen it, but my conscience is clean.
Thanks for coming, Stu. Thanks for coming. Nice to have you on the show for your debut. Very good indeed. Back to the suggestion about promoting, not putting the new teams in Division 2. I do think that the Steelhawks Town may be one of the 2 or 3 strongest sides in the entire league, so we'll definitely be keeping those in Division 1 next season. They will have to be out. The squad is incredibly strong. compared to the other new ones.
Is there a way for me to block anybody's comments so I don't see them? Rob asked a question and I answered it. Norwegian Stew said he was going, and Fife is just like slung a big like haymaker in there at me. Funnily enough, when you're talking about Steel Hawks and I see a big haymaker, Fife, no, don't do that. Don't do that, Fife. Not you. Please don't do that.
So, Athletic Blues predictions.
Yeah, I think no. Yeah, damn right, Rob on touchy, because I don't do that crap. Just because Fife can't do it. Do you know what? I'm going to fancy Athletic for a 2-1 win here with. No, I'm not. I'm going to fancy 2-1 Blues because I've seen that Mr. Hughes isn't playing. So if Brian Hughes were playing, Athletic 2-1. No, I'm not. Blues 2-1.
Oh, Rob's questioning that his name is Class Young Huntelaar, not Young Class Huntelaar. I think that's where he's picking it from.
I spelled it right when I was tweeting it, Rob. If that makes any sense.
I thought you were going to say about you were picking Blues because Atleti haven't got a sub-keeper. Is where we're going from on that one.
No, I never noticed that, but we've had that issue before, haven't we?
Vinegar of Jan Hesselink. He's 35 yards from David Collins. I didn't even notice that Quinton messaged him before. That's where he's going for. Collins has missed an easy chance and scored a really long ranger. Barthez didn't move. He's an interesting one that we see quite a few times.
I don't know if Brian Hughes is injured, but he is very, very good in the game. And he were really good for Athletic at the start of the season, weren't they? Getting a lot of assists and goals. I don't know if you just lost faith in him or.
You just can't lose faith in Michael Hughes. He's a great player. He's a great player. Blue's not wearing blue. Rommel at his style. Let's take a look at the things here. I mean, if we're looking at the Dutch players for name changes, that'll be Nistel van Roodroy.
Yeah, I can imagine him being a Nistel van Roodroy.
Class Brian Jan Hughes. Atleti, they have their own sub plans, which they usually do at 60 minutes, don't they? What do you think of their performance so far? 1-0 up.
Yeah, they haven't been brilliant, have they? But they're winning at the minute, and like I say, I think it's shown that I think a couple of sides, although they've got results, I think it's shown that a couple of sides up at top of the league have sort of felt pressure a little bit, and then they ended up getting results. But like I say, I'm only joking with Brian Hughes' comment. Really, they've got a result in them massively, Athletic, and it's been a little bit disappointing, in fairness. You know how they've dropped off from the start of the season, but yeah, I can see them holding out here for definite.
Categories coming through from other websites after the Dyke Muff comment there. Hoff Kevin Land doesn't sound quite as good, does it? But Bomb Van Markel. Whatever, we can have some lovely names, can't we? Yeah, first half's been average. It's been an average first half, hasn't it? Needed team excelling, and David Collins, he gathered up a loose ball and smashed it back in the net as the first action of the thing. Let's get to 60 minutes. So we're going to keep the show under 3 hours tonight. So it's nice. 1 hour 40. We've got another game to go. It's been fun. The voice is holding out. Salto wow. So under at 60 minutes, anyone 5 and under, and anyone 82% up and under for those bits. So 5 and under, no. So we'll make the 2 changes here. That Ronaldinho will come off, and that will be Elmander. Elmander tends to come on quite a bit, doesn't he? So if we do that, and Sigalko for what we're doing. Sigalko for David Collins. Yeah, let's do that because Van Nistelrooy's played well in attacking mid this season. I think it's attacking too.
Oh yeah, I mean to be fair, yeah, I get where you're going there, but I've had silly numbers out of Sigalko playing. What's his name? Saxy Migalko. Playing.
There's been enough pronunciations of his name over time from different people, hasn't
there? Well, I think depending on if he's playing against you in certain places or not, I'm sure it's been more of a swear word. But yeah, I think obviously the lining up similar. I really can see Athletic holding this out, and let's say if I start again with Agawa, meh, in my opinion.
You still feeling the same?
Did Quinton have him on his Dortmund save that you did when you were buying and he were Dortmund?
You got 50 million for him. Yeah, you got 50 million for him then. So
that's why
I got 51 million the next month for Robin. And then Agawa went for 50 million from Milan, whoever it was, from Barcelona to Milan for 50 million later in the year. Really strange.
How many years?
What's that?
How many years were you into the game when that happened?
It's about season 3 or 4, probably season 4. And he went twice in a year.
For me, to get that sort of value, I know it's going off this. I've got a Russian save going. I had Lilian Thuram's region, and I sold him 6 million. That's the biggest transfer fee I've ever seen it give.
I've never got more than 51. But I know I've seen things bigger, but I've never had that sort of deal in my own stuff. It's still 1-0. Still 1-0, definitely. But yeah, Milan, they bought Robin off me for 51. Then they purchased Agawa off Barcelona for 50 and brought in Ashley Cole for 35 million when he was out of contract that summer. Really weird. They got him with about 3 months to go till he was free. They spent 35 million on him.
So just Rob's laughing.
Worry test.
Next pandemic that happens, it's Waribo, so we're all in Waribo. But yeah, look, I saw that from the start. To be fair, they've got that result in them. They had a really good start to the season, and then they dipped off massively. But
wow,
I think they've got away with one there as well.
They're a team that started off the season with 25 shots a game, and then here they are. But they won, so very well done to them. The top 2 both lose, and is that 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th all win? So now you've got to get 8th winning the game to complete the set.
Well, it's going to happen. I'm sorry, but it's not going to not happen. If it happens, do you know what? I'll put my Dangley's t-shirt on and go to bed happy. But can't see it happen. In fairness,
so Quinton saying it pretty much secures the title for Go Get Your Rangers. That result as well, which I'd
say that could do it. We were looking beforehand, definitely.
So, Dangley's, what do you make of your opponents for today?
I reckon it don't look not like he put in our WhatsApp group saying that my team's in. Biscan at centre half with an arrow on, and no, you know what? They're being unreal value to the league, regardless of results. They've just been a super concept, and I think the concept's going a little bit darker, a little bit dingier. Don't think I can put me master them colours next season. I think it's a bit out there. But
putting your mask to the colours, that's a good one.
well, that's it. Soundboard. I'm going to try to throw some bring a few in for soundboard. But yeah, you know what? They've been really good value this season for a number of reasons, especially that first losing to the non-league team when I was first on that very first night we did. But yeah, it's just not getting a result here, are they? If they get
I've just checked the Dunkley's team because of that comment you made about saying it might not be the same. Yeah, thankfully he did. He did actually put this team in on the group.
did they?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. To be fair, I didn't pay much attention because I didn't think he overly bad. And I think that's more, to be fair, that's more testament to my silliness having a silly strong team as opposed to great concept that Mr. Wood has done. But yeah, it is what it is. I shouldn't lose tonight, but if I do, it shows the extent of how bad a lot of good players can be together.
That's quite a way of putting it. It's definitely quite a bit. I'm just checking that Troy always should be captain. I think it's right. Let's have a look. Yeah, Troy always captain.
I've just seen Quinton's comment that I should cut off my danglers if I lose. I'd without going into too much detail, I challenge anybody to do that. If anybody can do that, you're a better person than I could ever be. But yeah, when I run through, Veron scored an hat trick from there. And when I run through it properly, I did play a game with Toldo in centre of them centre halves, and I only lost 6-4. So, but then again, no, don't you ever test, even download proper save ever comes to fruition. But yeah, we should be too strong.
Well, I'm not going to do it. I ain't got all day. Anyway, so the Rugby, are you going for a captain or are you sticking with just randomly assigning?
No, captain's free kick taker. I always just let the AI decide who's best.
And you've decided that Paolo Maldini is the best option for today. Predictions.
2-1 danglers. Just because I want shot of these that Quinton wants to make off.
Captain Q.
But no, I can't. Honestly, no chance, Quinton. Not a prayer. If that were going to happen, I would have
chosen. He's beaten Dunkley.
He's done well to stay inside recently. Even though I put him in like a prick. But no, I think it's. I don't think it'll be convincing. I think it'll be something like 2-0. In fairness.
Well, let's be having you. Here we go. And Danglies have scored. It's Jimmy Traore. Jimmy Traore, the captain, makes it 1-0 to the Danglies, who did lead last game before getting beaten as well. There's an injury to somebody, but Wood does not believe in subs, does he? Much very often. He hasn't left any sub plans. It's still 1-0. Dudek's playing a blinder. Danglies are catching up to OCs as it stands. Not too close. I think they'd still be 3 points behind. And Steve's getting the hacksaw out. The junior hacksaw.
No chance.
Oh, there's Nikiforenko scoring the equaliser.
The sheer palpitations that were going.
Half time, 1-1. That was tense.
Oh dear. What to do here?
Now let's take a look at the stats there. Yeah, they've 13 shots, 7 on target to 2 and 2. And there's the Rugby side for the first half.
let's have a look at the overall team, please, for a minute.
There we are. Mike's song and Rob's songs as well.
Depends what am I allowed to do here, what we're not allowed.
You can do what you want.
No, I'm just go back to player ratings, please.
We have had people changing positions and changing all sorts going on today, so you can make changes.
No, just go back to player ratings, please. I'll probably switch it here. In fairness, I'm just a little bit. So, look how that's more solid they've been all season as well. That's me.
Are you wincing?
That's probably more solid I've been all season as well. That's more solid they've been all season as well.
They haven't really put many tackles in. It's not like they've been too threatened.
No, we're gonna win it in this. Just run with it. Just run with it, mate. It's my cross to bear. My cross to bear. No,
and there's a goal. It's Crespo. Yeah, you're taking them out of the vice now.
Big vice.
Ranabay scored 3-1, and it's Lee Bowyer. And it's 4. It's Crespo. Now it's just a case of how many.
Can I have Oliver Kahn for Crespo? Just for long.
And you've said that I was disrespectful.
Honestly, if this happens, that'll be fantastic. No, I'll tell you what as well. Can I put Veron centre of them AMCs into Massey Central as well? Just to try and feed the can a little bit. There we go.
Looking for some carnage.
Hopefully.
And for Dangley's. TT Camera has one at 78. I don't think he'd take TT Camera off, would he? Quinton. Very pretty nuts. Alan Ball's son, Juan. Yeah, anyway, let's see what happens now with Oliver Kahn, lone striker. The ball in, chances for Rugby even more.
He's going to be fuming when he watches this back in on it.
Kahn's missed.
Oh, bloody hell, you were there. Put him as a pen take. I should have put him as a pen take, just in case.
It's 5 and it's Kewell.
Just to be safe.
5-1. What a change this has been. Gigs, yeah, the Gigs bit is interesting. No, I think you could put him in the team still because of what he did to his brother's wife. I think he could still be in the team there. David Thompson on a 4. And what a turnaround in that second half. I remember when Horse was chastised for a keeper scoring a penalty. 22 shots. It's quite a turnaround.
Yeah, I think that's to be fair. I think you're probably right there, Quinn. I think it's disrespectful of me to do that. But that's a total battery. Here, we've last couple of games we've created loads of chances. In fairness, haven't
we? So plenty of them in this game. Yeah, the team has managed to start putting something together later on in the season. A very good result there against them. No problem with Clive or Marcus Alonso in real life. Yeah, well, yeah, true, of course. Gigs have been convicted of nothing yet. Yeah, just obviously, it's who he is. It's just who he is. So, winners' loyalties may have something to do with that selection. Yeah, here we go. So let's move into the results and table for today. So, yep, we had wins for 7th, 5th, 11th, 6th, 8th, 3rd, and 4th. So the competition now looks like that, and with 2 games to go, Dalgety Rangers are 4 points clear of the Blues. But now, Real E 3 points away from second. Trumpton have got 50 points and are still just 1 point away from third. Roundhay and Stackington, I'd say they are out of it, just from being 4 points and 5 points, respectively, behind their opponents. Plenty of goals from those teams, 55, 56, 57, 56, 59. There's a lot of consistency around there. And then the teams are arranged, those 5 teams are arranged in order of goal conceded from lowest to highest. Radaby now, a 5 point gap with 2 games to go. I think you can safely say your team is going to finish 8th.
I'm going for 7th.
But you said you're going to get 6th.
No, I said I got 6 when I played it through.
Yeah, and you were convinced that it had to happen again.
Yeah, I was quite honest, but then I just hollered at everybody. But again, you get changes up, and no, massive, kudos to everybody that's finished above my crap team. But hey, top and bottom, yeah, we've got 2 games left now.
Yeah.
It's been a fantastic season all around, hasn't it?
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
Great.
Gondor Danglies is going to be quite the battle, isn't it? See who finishes last.
But next season, for the team I've got and what I've proposing to do, I am going to be more vocal and supportive of the Swemp and start going at everybody I'm playing against. So I can't do when I've got a really good team, but now I've got a okay team. We can go at people.
Bit more vocal. Let's take a look at the fixtures for the next 2 rounds, because I think there'll be some big games. Blues versus Grove. Blues can get one step closer to promotion. Danglies Trumpton, another big game there. Gondor Otis. That's big. That is a big game there. Gondor with a chance to put some daylight between themselves and Gondor, or Otis to go, you're finishing a long way behind us. Aracas really, Roundhay Athletic, and Stackington Radaby next game. That's the game they all wanted to see. Which does, of course, lead to a Sunday match, and 76ers play against Dalgety Rangers in that one. So the title could have already been won before they play their next game. And, of course, our final round of fixtures. Oh, you look at some of those. There's nothing that is kind of absolute most crucial game in the world. There's no massive meetings of 2 really big sides, even Blues Roundhay.
Now, I think looking at the fixtures for next game week, I think everything will be done and dusted by the end of that.
So going to the final round, it might just be going through the motions. But it'd be a good way to end the season. I mean, Trumpton, Stackington, Trumpton by then hopefully will know whether they're going to go up or down or not. And I don't think Stackington will hinge too much on the results. That'd be nice. I don't want to stop a team going up, but I also don't want to lose a game. So the team of the week for today sees a lot of Trumpton, a lot of Radaby players in that team. 4 Radaby starters.
Well, that's standard, really, considering that win. Considering we were twitching after for quite a while.
I hope one of the cons read that last one for the soundboard. Do you want to do that one, Steve? Do you want to read Mike's last comment for the soundboard?
Mike's last comment was, Up the batter.
Yeah, we should have played. Let's see if I can find Mike's great soundboard entry. I'd like to play that. I should play it when I arrive on every single show. That would be the best one to do. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know which one it's going to be. No, how am I going to find that? Can I sort it by date? Aha, here we are. Let's play it.
Good evening, Mr. Horse.
That's the sound I always wanted to play. The Good Evening Mr. Horse sound from Mike. Anyways, I'm going to save this. And just as a reminder that the next fixtures, there's only 2 on Friday night, 2 Division 1 games on Friday night. Saturday, no games at all. It's all being well. I should be moving house, be losing internet for a short period of time. So when we've got a secure connection and back on, and then we'll organise the next round of fixtures. But I suppose it gives people to think about concepts. I suppose it gives me a chance to do a bit of editing and such like. But yeah, thank you to those people in the chat as ever. It's been superb, and stay without a shadow of a doubt. It's been great to have you on tonight. Kudos to you as well.
No, it's been good to be back on again, and I look forward to being on a couple of times next season now.
Did I just save that already? Okay. Yeah, definitely next season. I think it's going to be a good season ahead, a competitive season, and I have very much enjoyed this one. But I can see it being stronger next season. Anyway, yeah. So okay, everyone, thank you very much, and good night.